Joining us now from Houma, Louisiana, is the CEO of BP, Tony Hayward. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bessie. Thank you for the opportunity.
Sure. We have heard the president say BP is responsible for this. Does your company take 100% responsibility for this leak and really the costs that are associated with it?
This is not our accident, but it's our responsibility to deal with it, to arrest the leak, to deal with the oil on the surface, to ensure that there is no or minimal environmental damage, and where there are legitimate claims for business interruption, we will make them good.
So you're talking about people who have been affected, whether it be the fishermen, people associated with businesses that will definitely be affected by this oil spill.
That is correct.
And when it comes to those livelihoods, can you give the folks who are affected any indication of how long it might take for this leak to be contained?
We're working on three options in the subsea. The first is the intervention on the what's called the blowout preventer, which is the valve system at the top of the well, which has failed. It's unprecedented, the failure, but it has failed. We're using submersible robots to work on that. It's a bit like doing open heart surgery at 5,000 feet beneath the surface. The second operation we're working on is to install, you can think of it as the hood over your oven across the top of the leak to channel the oil to surface and deal with it on the surface. That will be in the field next weekend. And the third thing that we're doing is we're drilling a relief well to intersect this well, and that began operations yesterday. So that's the leak arresting. In addition to that, we clearly have a massive operation on the surface to contain the spill. We're doing something that's never been done before. We are deploying dispersant on the seabed at the source of the leak. That appears to be having a significant impact on the amount of oil that is getting to the surface. On the surface, we have a fleet of 100 vessels to contain the spill. We are dispersing dispersant from almost an air force of planes. We've got 5 planes, including 2 Hercules C-130s, deploying dispersant. And thus far, we have been successful in not letting this get to the shore, and we are absolutely focused on that. In the event that it does get to the shore, we have launched an enormous effort with the local communities and the National Guard to defend the beaches. And in the last 48 hours, we've signed up 700 fishing vessels. We've trained 3,500 people in how to deal with oil if they find it on the shore, and that effort will continue to ramp up. And we are working very closely with the local communities to ensure that they are prepared should oil reach the shore.
We appreciate your information this morning, the CEO of BP. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.